Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Luna furious, Poppy hooks up with Zende. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that while Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, awaits her fate behind bars, Zende Forrester, Dylan Demetz, and Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, could grow closer. Zende and Poppy have both been manipulated by Luna and both are very hurt. Now that Poppy is no longer with Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, could Poppy and Zende lean on each other? Will grief turn to passion? Luna Nozawa tricked Zende Forrester. The bold and the beautiful spoilers indicate that Luna took advantage of the situation at Donna Logan, Jennifer Gareis, and Eric Forrester's, John McCook, wedding and tricked Zende into sleeping with her. Luna knew that Zende was interested in her, but she was supposed to be with RJ Forrester, Joshua Hoffman. However, Luna came up with a plan that worked. Zende felt horrible after what happened with Luna, and she continued to allow him to grovel over a situation she had complete control over. Luna continued to allow Zende and her mother to believe that she was drugged that night. Zende and Poppy could certainly bond over the way they were both manipulated. B&B spoilers. Poppy Nozawa blames herself for Luna Nozawa's actions. Poppy blames herself for how Luna has turned out because she raised her. Bill tried to convince Poppy that how Luna turned out was not her fault. However, Poppy wonders who else she could blame. Poppy raised Luna on her own and believes she should have seen the signs that she was having mental issues. Since Poppy has been on her apology tour, perhaps she will visit RJ and Zende to apologize to them for Luna's behavior. RJ could always excuse himself and leave Poppy and Zende to talk. Could sparks fly between these two as she tells Zende how sorry she is for Luna's behavior? Will Poppy and Zende end up in bed together over their grief? The bold and the beautiful. Luna Nozawa will be furious. Luna may be locked away, but that doesn't mean she cannot learn things from the outside world. Zende may even visit with Luna to confront her about her confession to Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McSinswood. Zende may want to hurt Luna as bad as she hurt him that day. Will Zende tell Luna that her and her mother are together? Luna deserves a taste of her own medicine, no matter how furious it makes her. Luna tried to take Bill away from Poppy. How does it feel now that Poppy has Zende? Luna may have wanted him, but she wasn't willing to break up with RJ for Zende. Now that Luna has much less than she had, even with her mother, perhaps she will learn her lesson about being thankful for what you've got. The Forrester Creations office was usually buzzing with the sounds of sewing machines and fabrics being chosen for the next big runway show, but today the air was thick with tension. Everyone seemed on edge, and at the center of it all was Luna, her face a storm of emotions as she paced the hallway outside the design room. She had just learned something that shook her to her core, something she never thought would happen. Her cousin Poppy, wild and reckless, had hooked up with Zende Forrester. It wasn't that Luna had any romantic intentions toward Zende. They'd shared a flirtation here and there, but it was nothing serious. But Poppy? This was personal. Poppy was the black sheep of the family, always stirring up trouble and leaving chaos in her wake. Luna had worked hard to distance herself from her cousin's wild ways, but this was a line that Poppy had no business crossing. Inside the design room, Zende stood at the drafting table, reviewing sketches for the new collection. His usual easygoing smile was absent, replaced by a troubled frown. He knew that his hookup with Poppy was a mistake, one that could cost him more than just his reputation at Forrester Creations. Zende was a professional, always careful to keep his personal life out of the office. But Poppy had a way of throwing caution to the wind, and now he was left to deal with the fallout. Luna couldn't take it any longer. She stormed into the design room, her heels clicking sharply against the floor. Zende looked up from his sketches, his eyes widening in surprise. "Luna, I didn't expect to see you today," Zende said, trying to sound casual, though the guilt in his voice was unmistakable. "Yeah, well, I didn't expect to find out you'd hooked up with my cousin," Luna shot back, her voice icy. Zende winced. He had hoped the news wouldn't reach Luna so quickly, but in this town, secrets had a way of getting out faster than a fashion trend. "Luna, it's not what you think." "Oh, it's exactly what I think," Luna interrupted, stepping closer to him. "You and Poppy." Of all people, Zende, why her? She's nothing but trouble, and you know it. Zende sighed, running a hand through his hair. He could see the hurt in Luna's eyes, even as she was trying to mask it with anger. I didn't plan for it to happen, it was a mistake, and I regret it. But you have to understand. Understand. Luna's voice cracked with disbelief. Understand what, Zende? That you're so easily swayed by someone like Poppy, someone who doesn't care about anything but herself. Zende stood from the drafting table, closing the distance between them. Luna, I'm sorry, I really am. But this thing with Poppy, it's over. It never meant anything, but that wasn't the point. Luna wasn't upset because she wanted Zende for herself, she was angry because Poppy had once again bulldozed her way into Luna's life, leaving a trail of destruction behind. Poppy didn't care about the consequences of her actions, and now Luna was left picking up the pieces. I trusted you, Zende, Luna said, her voice softening but still edged with hurt. You were supposed to be different. Zende frowned, guilt washing over him. He hadn't just hurt Luna. He had betrayed a trust between them that went beyond friendship or flirtation. He could feel the weight of his mistake pressing down on him, and he didn't know how to fix it. Look, I know I messed up, Zende said, his voice low. But I want to make it right. Please, Luna, just give me a chance to prove that I'm not like Poppy. Luna shook her head, tears welling up in her eyes. I don't know if I can do that, Zende. Poppy is my family, and no matter how much I try to distance myself from her, she always finds a way to drag me back into her mess. And now you're part of that mess. Before Zende could respond, the door to the design room burst open, and in walked the woman of the hour, Poppy herself. She sauntered in as if she owned the place, her wild curls bouncing with every step, her confidence radiating like a spotlight. Well, Poppy drawled, her eyes gleaming as she took in the sight of Luna and Zende standing so close. Isn't this a cozy little confrontation? Poppy? Luna snapped, her voice filled with venom. What are you doing here? Poppy shrugged, unfazed by her cousin's anger. Just came to see how my favorite designer is doing. We had such a great time the other night, didn't we, Zende? Zende's face paled, and he took a step back. Poppy, this isn't the time. Oh, come on, Poppy teased, her smile wicked. Don't be shy now. Luna clenched her fists, barely holding herself together. You're unbelievable, Poppy. You've always been a wrecking ball, but this is low, even for you. Poppy's smile faltered for a moment, but then she shrugged again, as if Luna's words didn't sting. You always were the goody two-shoes, Luna. Always trying to stay on the straight and narrow. But life isn't black and white, sweetheart. Sometimes you've got to take what you want, consequences be damned. And that's your excuse? Luna asked, her voice rising. That's why you keep ruining everything. I'm not ruining anything, Poppy said coolly, crossing her arms. Zende and I had fun. If you're upset about that, maybe you should ask yourself why. Luna shook her head, disgusted. She had seen this pattern too many times before. Poppy waltzing in, causing chaos, and then walking away without a care in the world. But this time it was different. This time it wasn't just some party or a fling. This time Poppy had crossed into Luna's world, a world Luna had fought hard to build away from her cousin's influence. I don't need to ask myself anything, Luna said, her voice steady now. But you need to take a good, long look at yourself, Poppy. One day you're going to push too far, and there won't be anyone left to clean up your mess. With that, Luna turned on her heel and stormed out of the room, leaving Zende and Poppy standing in the wreckage of her fury.